Aloha and welcome to Hawaiian South Shore Ding Repair 101. I'm Joey Vieira with Solarez, and we are going to go through the basics of a quick and simple ding repair using Solarez UV Cure resin. The first thing you need to do to prep your ding is to clean the surface. There are some fantastic wax remover products out on the market right now that will take off unnecessary and unwanted wax and adhesives that may be in the area. After your area is nice and clean, the next thing you want to do is determine the right product for your ding repair. We're going to be looking at a shallow tail shatter for this ding. So there's not much foam that's missing here, if any. It's just a surface ding. So Solarez has a microlight filler, which in this case we will not need to use because we are simply going to be using a glass filled clear coat to cover the shatter. The second thing you want to do is you want to tape off the area to eliminate any unnecessary scratching to other areas around the ding where you may be sanding. Masking tape works great for this. And again, this is just to give yourself a work area and to minimize the amount of sanding and finish sanding you'll have to do when doing the ding repair. Okay, so the next process is to thoroughly sand the area, and you must have protective eyewear. Highly recommended. Most Solarez kits come with a small abrasive sanding pad. It's two different grits, 80 grit on one and a 120 on the other. Start with the roughest surface first to rough up the ding. If your kit did not come with this, you can purchase standard 80 grit sandpaper from any hardware store. Make sure you have a finish grade sandpaper as well, because you will have a lot of scratching on the surface fiberglass in the surrounding areas. So we're going to sand the ding completely and rough up the surrounding surface so that our ding repair gets a nice good grab from the new resin. Once you feel that you have adequately sanded the surface, it should feel nice and textured. Your gloss coat should be thoroughly gone. If your board is a gloss coat board, if it's a sanded board, it should feel nice and roughed up. Honestly, the longer and more time you spend prepping the ding, the better the overall ding will come out. So once the sanding process has been completed, you can remove your protective eyewear. I'm going to put a small piece of tape here along the edge to stop the Solarez from leaking onto the bottom. When you get your new Solarez tube, it's highly recommended the first thing you do is knead the tube, whether it be a microlight white or the fiberfill yellow. Kneading simply helps mix the chemicals which may have settled during transport and the shelf life of the product. So you give it a quick knead. The tips of the containers will have a puncture feature on it, so you can use that to puncture the aluminum. Once it's punctured, carefully take it out. Make sure there'll be a spreader in every kit too. Apply a thin, small amount of Solarez right to the ding repair, right to the ding. You can use your spreader to smooth it out. Distribute it as you want. Then it's recommended to use a clear piece of plastic. You place it directly over the ding, and you can sort of tap down any high areas. Then you're going to take this now. We worked in the shade up to this point. I'm going to put this in the sun for about 3 minutes, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we left our ding outside in the sun for about 3 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's not a perfectly sunny day. Even a cloudy day is fine, because it's the UV that you're harnessing to help cure the resin. So first thing we do is peel off our plastic, and you can see that there's a little bit of overage here where the resin ran up against a plastic line, a little bit of overage here on this side. So you can start with your 80 grid, knock that down, knock down the one on the other side, then flip over to the finer sand, the 120 grid. Try to level all the surfaces between the existing fiberglass level and the new ding repair level. Don't worry if the ding repair feels a little tacky. You'll be sanding right through the tack, and actually if the ding repair is a little tacky, it actually makes it a little easier to sand. The harder the resin, the harder it gets to sand it. This process can be repeated until the ding and the surface is to your liking. And then beyond this, if you want to clean your surface up even more, you can go with a finer grade of sandpaper and do a finish wet sand. But ultimately at this point, your ding is completely sealed, ready to go, and inside of 10 minutes you fixed your tail shatter and you're ready to hit the water. So remove the masking tape. And go surf.